Hello friends, and welcome back to yet another setting up for Combacks collection. I know I just uploaded one not very long ago, at least as of filming this. This might not come out for like another weekish, but as of filming this, I had just recently posted another setting up for Combacks collection, and to be fair, that one did go up much later than I wanted it to. But I am back with yet again another one because there are at least 4 comebacks in September that I will be collecting for, so I figured I would just put them all in one video, and the one is obviously Wonho's comeback. That one I'm going to save for the end because it's the most thorough collection, or the person I collect the most thoroughly out of all the comebacks. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. And the first comeback we're actually going to set up for is a girl group comeback, and it's not actually a girl group, it's just a solo comeback, and that would be Lisa of BlackPink's comeback. So it's her first solo, it's actually her solo debut, but you know what I mean. So I do have everything here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my binder and we'll go ahead and get started. Actually, before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the specs. So there are 2 versions. There's the black version and the gold version, but the inclusions are the same. So I'm just going to pull this up and blow it up a little bit. And my nails are kind of inspired by her comeback. I don't know why, but purple just seemed to be the vibe for Lisa this time around. So this is the specs for it. So this is what it looks like, and like I said, there is a gold version too, but you get the box, there's a photo book, lyrics, paper, CD, and then there are random photo cards. There are 4 in total. You get 1 of 4 in each album. I ordered 3 of each version, so so I will have to buy 2 cards when all is said and done. So there's 4 for the black version, 4 for the gold version. There are random 1 of 4 Polaroids in each one, so 8 in total. There's a double-sided poster, and then for the first press, there's what they're calling a random rare gold photo card, and there's 1 of 4 available. Again, there's 4 for the black version and 4 for the gold version. And then this is very rare. There's only 50 in each version, but it's a rare golden ticket, so not super concerned about getting that, but I would like to get the photo cards. So I should get, at least 6. I might have to buy 2 outside of trading and all that, but yes. So those are the specs for Lisa's comeback, so let's go ahead and get that set up in the binder. So she's obviously going in the girl groups binder, and I'm going to put her right behind Rosé's solo because I feel like that just makes the most sense. Even though Lisa is my #1 bias, I like to keep things in chronological order, so we're just going to go ahead and put her right at the end of Rosé's. So we're going to need, how did I want to do this? I think I'm going to leave the black version items together, like the random photo cards, and then the rare ones together. So I'm gonna need 2 9-pocket pages for this. All right, so I'm just gonna do it in the classic 8 pattern layout. I don't have the filler sleeves with me, but I will put those in later. So across the top, I'm gonna do the black version. These are the regular ones. I just have black version 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the sleeves because obviously we don't know what they look like yet. Her comeback is actually going to be soon. As of recording this, I'm recording this on the 6th, which is actually the comeback of another comeback date of another group I'm going to be collecting. But Lisa's is, forget what date it is, and I don't know if it says on this here. I'll put the date of the comeback on the screen, but hers is sooner than the other 2, I do believe. But yes, anyway, so we're gonna put the regular ones there, and then we'll start with the rare version. The first one will go over here, and then we'll do the other 3 along the bottom. I was thinking about doing like all the regular photo cards together and then all the rare photo cards together, but the backs will all be the same if I keep the black versions together and then the gold versions together. And I think the concepts, like the actual photos themselves, will make more sense to be like stay with the versions. And then on the next one, we're just gonna do the same exact thing with the gold versions. We're gonna do the 3 regular on top, and then the 4th regular on the left side here. And then we'll do the rare gold one and the other 3 rare gold versions down here. So quite a few more photo cards to collect than Rosé, but in terms of Polaroids, like bigger inclusions, there's much less. So I'm thinking that the Polaroids will fit into 4-pocket pages, and there's 8 in total. So I'm just gonna put 1 in for now. If I like the backs enough, I won't double side them, but for right now, I'm just gonna plan to double side them, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not going to put any sticky notes or anything in here yet. But yes, so that is it for Lisa's comeback. Very simple. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next one now. All right, So the next comeback we have is Ateez. So I do have Hongjoong and Wooyoung fillers all here. One thing I like about Ateez is that they really only do photo card inclusions, so you don't have to worry about bigger stuff, which is kind of nice. But yes, let me pull up the specs for their comeback. There are 3 different versions. This is Fever Part 3 again. There's the A version, Diary, and Z version. The specs are all the same. This is what they look like. A version is green, Diary is orange, and Z version is blue. It comes with the outer box like you usually get, the photo booklet, stickers, you get the postcard set which has all members on it, and Mingy's back for this, so I'm so excited. And then for the photo cards, you get randomly 1 out of 16 for each version. So if you're collecting 1 member, there are 6 photo cards total. If you're collecting 2 members like me, there's 12 total. So yes, and then limited, which I'm assuming is the first press, you get a poster, and then they're also doing the limited photo cards again for first press, and there's one of each per member per version. So one version has 1 limited photo card per member and 2 regular photo cards. So in total for all 3, I am looking at 24 total, 24 photo cards total. And then you also have the rare Polaroid. Yeah, they're super limited, so you're lucky if you get one. But yes, those are the specs, and they look the same across all versions. So let's go ahead and get the fillers in the binders. So as you guys know, I have this laid out just going in chronological order, no particular layout, like anything fancy like I do with my other groups. So yes, where we left off, I am missing one of the MMT photo cards still from Fever Part 1, so I'm just going to put that in there for Hongjoong. And then I am going to need probably 2 more sleeves for him, but so we'll start out and it'll be the A version. 1 will go right here, and then I'm going to need another sleeve. I think I'm going to need 2, so I'm just going to put 2 in. I'm just going to follow the similar layout that I did for this. I did order at least 1, I think 2 sets of albums from K-Town on my own, and then I did join a group order for a set. It's the same group order I joined the last time because I love the group order manager. Very nice, very kind. And luckily MMT is only doing 1 photo card per member, not 1 per member per version like they did for the pre-order benefits last time. That was a lot. So there will only be 1 MMT for each member, and then I will also have 1 K-Town for each member. So then we're just going to continue. We've got A version 2, and then the A version limited, and this is how I laid it out for the last one. I know it's kind of like frustrating that there's going to be 1 right here, but for now this is how it is. I might end up going back and like pulling out all pre-order benefits and putting them on like their own pages, but for right now I like the layout. It looks fine. It doesn't look super like weird or anything like that. All their concepts kind of flow together pretty nicely, so I like that. And then we're going to do Diary 1, Diary 2, and the Diary Limited for Hongjoong. And we've got the Z version 1, Z version 2, and Z version Limited. Oh no, this is annoying. So we're going to have the K-Town then here, and then we're going to need 1 more sleeve for the MMT. But obviously I just keep everything going, so this will eventually get filled up again, but it's just going to look a little weird because it will only be 1 photo card here. But yes, so let me show you this again real quick, how we're doing it. So that's from the last time, starting with Fever Part 3 here. Full page, and then 1. And then we're just going to mimic the same thing for Wooyoung. For Wooyoung, I actually don't have any of his MMT photo cards from the last time. But I'm going to leave spots for them just so that way the layout follows the same. And like I said, I'll always play around with this later. And then I do have this random song. I'm going to move him out for right now. But I do know I'm going to need 3 9-pocket pages. So I'm going to pull those out and throw them in here real quick. But yes, we're going to set this up the same exact way. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. Up here, and then I'm just gonna move Songwa back here to the end of this page like I had it before. So there's that. Let me pull this guy out here. Okay, so yes, so that's it for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will show you Wooyoung's layout. So we have it starting down here again, like Hongjoong's full page of regular album cards with the exception of one pre-order and then one more pre-order back here. So that is it for Ateez. Now we're going to move on to the group that is a new group I'm collecting, but also just had a comeback today as of filming this, so I can't wait to talk about them. Let me grab the stuff and we'll go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the new group that I'm going to be collecting is Omega X, and I do have everything here for their new comeback for the members that I will be collecting here. So I did forget, I haven't set up for their first mini album, but I'll do that off screen. I'm not going to do it right here. But yes, I am going to be collecting Omega X. I just discovered them literally like a week ago, and then I just realized on like Friday that their company had announced a comeback like just a couple days before, so it was like a very short notice. I feel like, at least I saw on Instagram, like 5 days before the comeback is when they announced it or something. Like I think it might have been a week, but like yeah, so that was very short notice. But it was a thing that happened. But the comeback is what's going on. There are 3 versions, but everything is the same again in each version. So we'll look at the specs real quick. But this is what it looks like. So you get the E, F, and the S version. I don't know why this picture looks like this. I don't know what happened to the color. All right, here we go. I don't know what happened when I downloaded it the first time, but here is the updated specs. So there's 3 versions, the E, the F, and the S version. So you get the CD, you get a sticker set, random stickers, and then photo cards. You get 1 per member per version. There's 1 per member per version, and you get 1 randomly in each version. It was what it looks like. So yes, so if you collect 3 members like I am, we'll get into who they are then. If you collect 3 members like I am, you need 3 sets of albums. So there's that, and then there's the mini poster. You get 1 randomly of the 11 members, and then there's looks like it's a group poster that you get for each one. And yeah, and I ordered mine through Makestar, so I will get the pre-order benefits through there. I did order 3 sets, so I will get 9 of the 11 pre-order benefit cards, so hopefully I will get at least the 3 members that I collect in that. But they're going to go into my boy groups 2 binder because this binder has the most room to grow. I don't know if you noticed with the Ateez, but there's not a lot of room left, and I know Treasure's going to have a comeback, so yes, I'm going to put them in here, and this binder is 17, Kingdom, and Stray Kids, and I'm going to put them right after Kingdom. Yes, because they're both relatively new groups, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them right here after Kingdom, but before Stray Kids. I'm going to need, I think they all will fit, except for the pre-order cards, they all fit on 1 page, so I'm just gonna pull out 2 for right now, just like this. And so the 3 members I am collecting are Jaehan, Sabin, and Taedong. I've been debating collecting Jen because I do really enjoy him as well, but for right now we're just gonna do 3. We'll see if anything changes. I did watch the music video several times for What's Going On this morning, and it is so good. I highly recommend checking it out. I haven't listened to the full album yet. I'm gonna listen to it most likely tomorrow when I'm riding around for work, because that's when I like to listen to my new K-pop albums, when I listen to Combacks. So yes, that's what we'll be doing. So like I said, there's 1, each member has 1 photo card per version. So I think what I'm going to do is do my typical layout for when I do 3, kind of similar to how I did 17's comeback. So I'm going to do Jaehan, all of his for the 3 different versions. Then Sabin is my number 1 bias, so I want him to be in the middle. And then Taedong, and it just happens to be in age order then that way too, how it worked out. But yes, Sabin is my number 1 bias. He's just such a sweet boy. I love him so much. I just vibe with him. I feel like it makes sense if you know my number 1 biases from other groups. Yeah, I also think this group is interesting because they don't have set positions, so I think that's really cool. I also like that these are all like second chances for these guys. Like they were a part of another group at one point that either disbanded or is inactive due to military reasons. But they are getting their second chance, so I think we all deserve it. We all owe it to them to at least give it a listen, see if if we stan and if we do, definitely support them 100% so they can have a true second chance at being an idol. And then I do also have cards for the pre-orders from Makestar, so I'm just going to do them in that same order across this top row here. Again, I might move this around a little bit depending on how I do the layout for their first mini. Well, I think their first album will just take up one page because they had 2 photo cards per member and a pre-order, so that will fill out a page nicely. But yes, so this is the setup for Omega X's comeback. So excited to get that. Hopefully, and this was my first time ordering through Makestar for something, like personally. So I'm hoping that they ship things out relatively quickly. I don't know what Makestar is like with shipping, but I'm super eager, super excited to get this comeback in my hands. So yes, that's it for that one. We just have one more comeback left to set up for, and it is Wonho's. So let me go ahead and grab everything and we'll just get on into that beast. So yes, as I said, Wonho is having a comeback. I do have all of the things here very thick, obviously, since he has a lot and I collect everything for him. So let me go ahead and pull up his inclusion sheet so we can look at it. So yes, it is called Blue Letter, which is like, I think the 3rd part in Love Synonym Part 3, but it's not called Love Synonym, which I'm intrigued by. But yes, so there's 3 different versions. So you have the 3 different sleeves and photo books, CDs, and then photo cards. It's the same as last time. There's 18 random in total, so there's 6 per version. You get 1 randomly in each album. Then this is different. There's an accordion postcard. There's 1 per version, so I'm thinking this might be similar to like the pre-order benefits that Highline and Starship Square did for the last comebacks for both Wonho and Monsta X. If you saw my one-of-a-kind unboxing or even my updating or finishing my one-of-a-kind collection, I don't know if that'll be posted by the time this is, but you'll know what I mean. I'm thinking that these might be similar to that, but I'm not entirely sure. Then you also get a folded postcard a small folded poster, 1 per version. And then the pre-order benefits, which is essentially like first press, is there's a bookmark, there's 1 for each, so not, 6 different ones this time, just 1 for each version. And then there are message cards again, and there are 9 once again, so there's 3 per version, but I think they're just random throughout the versions again, if I had to take a guess. And then as far as pre-order benefits go, K-Town has 3 photo cards. MMT has 2, which is pretty standard. But the pre-order benefits for the Highline store are different this time around. So Highline is doing, when you buy a single copy of an album, so like a single copy of the album, you get 1 of 3 random photo cards. And then when you buy a set of a set of albums, you get 1 of 3 random like postcard things. So this time there's more incentive to buy more of the sets as opposed to the single ones. So if you want to get all 3 of the postcards, you have to buy 3 sets of albums, which is 9 albums, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I buy 12 albums from Highline no matter what, so it wasn't different for me, but I know for some people that might not be the most attractive thing, but I am very glad that they're doing pre-order photo cards this time instead of the tickets. I like they switched that up a little bit. But yes, so let's go ahead and we will get into the binder and we will go ahead and start setting up for that. Yes, so Wonho is in my Monsta X2 binder. I moved him over here when I, got a second binder for Monsta X because I just needed so much stuff. They needed so much room. I think he doesn't have enough to justify having his own binder yet, but he will soon, I'm sure, be in his own binder. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and go all the way to the back. All the way to the back. Let me get this stuff moved. All right, so I'm gonna need quite a few, I think 3 9-pocket pages at least. So we'll start with that and go from there. I was debating doing this like as its own dedicated video, but I feel like it's not quite enough, and I would rather just do it with the other ones so that way I'm not doing two more setting up for comebacks videos. But yes, so for the regular photo cards, there are 18 in total, and I think I'm going to do it like I did the last round of photo cards. Let me flip back here and show you real quick. So I just did them in order, so we have version 1, version 2, version 2, and then version 3. Hopefully the photo card game will be similar, where like it has like these similar like, you know, concepts and stuff. So it'll look okay, but I'm gonna plan to do it that way again because I like the way it looks. It looks good that way. But yes, so I'm just gonna throw those in, and I just have version 1, 1, 2, 1 through 6, version 2, 1 through 6, version 3, 1 through 6, because we obviously don't know what they look like yet. So yeah, and I can always just play around with it when I actually get the cards. So yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these in here real quick. And I do like that he does 18, like, I like that he does a number divisible by 9 for photo cards. Like, even if he would only do 9 photo cards, that would be fine too. But I just like how they fill up 9 pocket pages nicely for all the album photo cards. So super big plus. Thank you, Wonho and Highline, for being considerate of us collectors out here and the struggles that we face sometimes. All right, so that's it for that. And then we're gonna do the pre-order cards. So there are enough for 8. So again, we're just gonna do this typical 8 layout. I wish MMT would have just done a 3rd one because it would have made this much easier. But anyway, we're gonna do the K-Town across the top, MMT on the sides, and then Highline across the bottom. If this layout ends up looking weird, depending on like the concepts or, you know, whatever the photo cards look like, I will play around with it a little bit, but this just makes the most sense from a, you know, not knowing what the photo cards look like perspective, because, you know, 2 places are doing 3 and 1 place is doing 2. Again, if Highline would have just done 3, would have made it a lot easier because it would have just filled up completely, but that's okay. So that's what we have here. And then the message cards will hopefully fit in 9 pocket pages again, like they did last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another one in here, and we're just gonna put those in again in an order like this. And I'm assuming it'll be like last time, like there were 3 version 3 ones, and by that I mean they would just have, like, they were the color of the version 3, and like the same thing, 3 for version 2, 3 for version 1. I'm assuming it'll be the same again, so that's what we'll do here. But again, not super worried about like having specifics on the placeholders. I just need to know roughly what's going on each page. So yes, so that's it for those. And then the only other inclusions that I would put in my binder are the bookmarks. And depending on what the accordion postcards actually are, and of course there's 15, so like they don't fit in 3 pockets nicely. So I'm like debating, do I want to? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it a while. So if the accordion postcards are like the pre-order benefits they've done, they do fit into 3 pocket pages, and I double-sided my Monster X ones, so I'm gonna plan to double-side these ones. So I only need 3 pocket pages. If that's the case, I can fit 18 in here. There will be 15 total, so it is what it is. And then for the bookmarks, I did have them in like 3 pocket pages like this last time, just because they stuck up a little bit too high. So I'm just gonna put this one in here, this type in here. If they fit better in the 6 pocket pages, I'll put one in then, but the last round did not. So yes, and I'm not gonna put any sticky notes on here again, like I said, just because I don't know how things will fit. So, but yes, so we have the first page of regular album cards, second page of regular album cards, pre-order benefit cards, and an 8 layout. I will put filler sleeves in my own time, but for now they don't need them. Message cards, enough pages for the folded accordion postcards, and then the bookmarks. So yes, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm so excited for these comebacks. I will have unboxings for each one, conditioned on them arriving in a decent amount of time. Hopefully Makestar will send out the Omega X ones pretty regularly. I did order the other 3, so Lisa, Wonho, and Ateez. I ordered all my K-Town ones in the same order, so I think Wonho's is the last one, and his release is on the 14th, so they will not ship out until Wonho's come back around the 14th, but I did get my order in pretty early, considering for Wonho, since that's the date that they're going to go by when fulfilling the order. So hopefully they'll ship out pretty quickly. But yeah, they were all within like for like I think a week of each other, so that's why I just threw them all on there, and I didn't want to have to pay for shipping a million different times, so that it is what it is. They'll get out in time. If it's something that you really want to see me unbox, then you can wait for it. But yes, so expect to see unboxings for all 4 of these comebacks. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. If you're new here and like this type of content, make sure to hit subscribe, become part of our fam. It's a really good time, I think, at least. I hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you are. I hope you're staying happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!